right, folks, here's the question for you. Will Darrell Brooks Jr. represent himself on the upcoming case dealing with Erika Patterson? Or, like the gun case, or like the appeal, will he defer to an actual lawyer? You know, like somebody that went to law school, passed the bar exam, is licensed, has experience in front of judges, working with prosecutors, being in front of juries, or will he represent himself? So much is his interest in traumatizing, in tormenting Erika Patterson, as we saw during the Waukesha Christmas Parade trial, that I'm of the opinion that he cannot help himself. I mean, let's not forget, he's already going to do 1,000 years. He will never walk this earth as a free man again. Never. You know how people say never say never? Well, I'm going to say never, okay? But I think that even if he wasn't on TV, even if we weren't talking about him, he would not be able to help himself, because while Darrell Brooks is an attention grabber, is a narcissist, hates women, particularly women that are smarter than him, and a whole litany of other things, his obsession with Erika Patterson is greater than even the prospect of winning back his freedom. Now, some people probably think that in his mind, he knew he never had a chance of winning the Waukesha Christmas Parade trial. But there was enough, in my opinion, that at times of lucidity, that he maybe thought that he could. And he was willing to put that fleeting hope, actually, it's more like that fleeting hope of winning aside to torment Erika Patterson. He spent an hour questioning her about absolute nonsense. He heard what maybe a scintilla of credibility that maybe he had with one juror at most, with the two pictures, accusing Erika of mailing him those pictures when we all know that it was Dawn, and the prosecution said it was Dawn, and there's a call where it was Dawn. And as a result of that, it gets put out there that he's a sex offender. But if he could go back and do it all over again, you know that he would. Because this is a man who is obsessed with Erika Patterson. And leave a comment down below if you think I'm wrong about this, because I know that I think I'm wrong about this, and I'm sure you will think I'm wrong about this. But on some level, I think you would agree with me as well, that even though he's a narcissist, and even though he thinks that the entire world revolves around him, think of Exhibit, for example, where he was convinced that Sue Opper and the prosecution were making fun of him when they were like laughing at Exhibit. As self-absorbed as he is, I think he's more obsessed with Erika Patterson than he is with himself. All right, I said it. I would love to hear what you guys have to say down below. Is it possible that he is obsessed more with Erika than he is with himself? And we're talking some serious obsession here, because he's obsessed with himself. You got the right one. I'm far from stupid. You know what I mean? He is convinced he's smarter than, or, you know, going back to trial, smarter than the bailiffs, smarter than the prosecution, smarter than the jurors, smarter than the judge, smarter than the police, smarter than the experts, smarter than the media, smarter than everybody. But at the same time, as self-absorbed as he is, Erika. He thought that Nicholas Kirby was with Erika. That's why he went after Nicholas Kirby the way that he did. And that's why he spent as much time with Erika as he did. And that's why he looked at her roommate with the evil eyes Whenever her name came up, he was noticeably upset. He was just, Norman Nix hit the nail on the head on the Erika Patterson interview. Because the roommate, like Nicholas, were protecting Erika. And as a result, they're in a very, not even bizarre, but in a really good way, they're lucky to be alive. If Darrell Brooks had been able to hurt either one of them, he would have done it. You figure he left the situation with Erika and he went and did what he did at the Waukesha Christmas Parade. That's not Erika's fault. It's not the roommate's fault. It's not Nicholas Kirby's fault. But it just goes to show you how angry that he was. That it's a miracle that he didn't hurt Nicholas and he didn't hurt the roommate. It's outrageous what he did, and for that, he's paying for it. But is he really paying for it? He's gained weight. He's grown his hair out. He's sleeping comfortably, has access to good doctors, and gets food. And he's not suffering, but he's deprived of his liberty. And on some level, that's punishment, but I just don't feel like it is. But aside from that, he wanted to hurt those people for defending Erika from him. This is a guy who ran Erika over before. He hit her with a car, and he would have done it again. She didn't even want to see him that day, but she knew that he was in town. And even because she was at a women's shelter, she knew that he would eventually find her. That's what a lot of people say, well, why did she meet him? She met him probably because she figured, let me meet him, maybe he will go away. But you saw how he asked her questions. You saw how much, effort he put into making her look like a bad mom. That's personal. That's real hatred. At the same time, he's probably in love with her, but he also hates her. And come on, don't buy that, she's the mother of my children or my child. Don't buy that. That's what he said in the interrogation room, and he was kind of like complaining about her, like in a kind of like almost loving way. But he doesn't, I don't think that he is capable of loving anyone. Do you? That would be another good comment to leave down below. Is Darrell Brooks Jr. capable of loving anyone? Because, we don't know the back history between Darrell and Dawn, but, she let him sleep in a car in her driveway. And from what I understand, he was only allowed to come in once per day into the home, maybe to shower, I don't know, warm up some food. That's not exactly a mother-son relationship. I don't know what that is. She basically let him squat in a car in her driveway. Now, I don't know if this was occurring in Wisconsin or where, but Wisconsin's a really cold state. Now, you would think in the winter that she would say, Darrell, come on in, it's cold out there. I don't think so. I think the extent of her motherly care was, you can park there and you can sleep in the car. That's it. But why though? We don't really know what may have happened between Darrell and Dawn. But I will tell you, a big long tangent I went on here, but again, I believe he will not be able to help himself. I believe he will either co-pilot it or take over or fire the lawyer or whatever. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was trying to cover my mouth, but I didn't think I was going to burp. I apologize for that. But I don't think he's going to be able to help himself. I really don't. I think he is not going to be able to help himself. And he's going to get jammed up. But what does he care? He's doing 1,000 years. Or more, whatever. I don't know what he's doing. He's never going to get out. But I saw this on Reddit. People are actually like putting up polls. Do you think Darrell's going to represent himself, or do you think he's going to allow someone to represent him? And I say that he is going to do it himself. Because if it's this may be the last opportunity that he has to be face to face with Erika Patterson, to make her uncomfortable, to scare her, to make her dread her appearance in court, to re-victimize the victim, he's not going to be able to help himself. He's going to want that. He's probably thinking about that right now. But what do you think?